want to welcome y'all to the Freedom and Movement Center. You know, and we used to do this every year till the pandemic hit. And now the pandemic, to lighten up, we probably do it every year. Because we actually want to show ourselves here as establishing something. Because people can go to the prison and come home, and it won't look like home, and they won't be made to feel welcome. So on this street, at this time, everybody that's been to the joint is welcome. And the event that you got a loved one, your loved one is welcome. We ain't got to worry about Section 8 housing, sweating you because we there. You can come to the Freedom and Movement Center. You know, the other thing that we're doing today is in June, we lost ACA 3. And y'all might not know what it is, because like when everybody was eating barbecue in the middle of June, there was brothers and sisters still inside the pen that they was practicing slavery on. So some of us didn't make it out in June. Some of us didn't get the word just yet. Some of us are still working for 8 cents an hour or nothing. Some of us are still being enslaved. And if you don't think that's true, next time you pass by down the highway with your drop top down and you see people picking up trash, do you think they doing that on a Saturday because they love it? When they putting out the forest fires for free, do you think they doing that because they love it? When you think they actually building the furniture that actually goes in most state offices and they doing it for little or nothing, do you think they doing that for love of the state or because they being threatened at gunpoint, threatened to have their visits taken, threatened to not necessarily have their loved ones respected? That's how that stuff works.
And California let it happen.
Not only is California let it happen, I don't have an individual slave master. My homies are slaves of the state. And they slaves of your dollars that's going to enslave them. So at this point, none of us is innocent of that. So if you're going across the street and buy a bag of potato chips or something they're going to charge taxes on, they're going to actually use it to actually enslave people. Now at a certain point, when we was out there in 14 different Juneteenths, and we was talking about we wanted our freedom and we didn't want to be enslaved, most of the people didn't even think that we were. You know, so after I did that 11 years, they gave me that little $200. I think my homeboy Don just got finished doing, how many years, Don? 48? Woo! What they give you at the end of the day, Don?
What about Amina?
Amina, where you at, Amina? Amina, how much did you do, Amina? 42. Woo! So that's the kind of time that we walking off. And when they working us at 8 cents an hour, and they call it involuntary servitude, how many of y'all would work at 8 cents an hour?
I did before.
How many of y'all would work at 8 cents an hour on this side of the wall?
Absolutely no.
So I'm just saying, at a certain point, welcome to the block, welcome to our movement, and welcome to the business that's unfinished. Because we got unfinished business right here. So if you get a chance to come up here today, look at all the other states that's enslaving people. Because next time you have a Juneteenth, at least recognize not all of us have been free. The 13th Amendment put into it a clause and a provision that allows them to still enslave us if we've been duly convicted of a crime. You know, and at a certain point, those people who've been aggrieved by the situation, all of us need to fight harder. All of us need to fight across all kind of lines. All of us need to be present to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Because at a certain point, I know I'm in the winter of my life, and I know that this struggle is going to go on beyond me. But let's not let you get to the winter of your life and you be sitting back looking back saying, man, how come I didn't actually help to free those people? How come I didn't actually help for those people to make a salary while they were incarcerated? Because every now and then you'll think back when they said it cost $1.5 billion, if they would have paid us minimum wage, maybe 2 out of 3 of us wouldn't fail in the first year that we came home. Maybe we would have been able to afford housing. Maybe we would have been able to afford our children being actually sent to school, actually having food on their plate, and a way to go that actually made sense. So if you want to be of value, especially those of us that then got to the pen, that already been a slave in our lifetime, we got to fight harder. We got to make sure that this stuff happens. Because like if you can get a democratically controlled state not to abolish, not to distance themselves from the vestiges of slavery, it should be embarrassing to be in the state of California when most of the elected officials didn't either show up that was Democrats and didn't vote. So all those people that didn't vote, those 7 votes that we was missing, y'all should remember some of that stuff next time they ask you for something. You know, and you don't have to worry about remembering it here because ain't nobody that actually that didn't show up and vote, didn't actually participate, they ain't getting the mic. So if they show up on this stage, we know they on our side. All the rest of those people, let them get their own damn mic. My name is Dorsey. I'm the Executive Director of Legal Services for Prisoners with Children, and I'm a proud co-founding member of All of Us or None. So every day of the week, I'm not hiding who I am. I was convicted of a serious crime, and I'm a serious person.
Amen.
Hey.